Yeah, good evening, everyone. So welcome to our next webinar, Cricket Talk, from the Renji Memorial ECC. So remembering our dear friend Renji on this occasion. So before we go to the proceedings of the day, let me once again remind you that we have a YouTube channel. The name is Renji Memorial Society ECC. And all our webinars, the previous episodes, all our webinars are uploaded here. And even after the sessions, today's session, we'll upload this today's session also tomorrow, which will be, you can view it from tomorrow. So please like and subscribe this channel. And this is how it looks like. So we have the past webinars uploaded here. So without much ado, let me welcome Paul, President, for the formal welcome. Over to you, Paul.
Thank you, Anup. Good evening, friends. A few weeks back, we were treated to a wonderful session by the star of yesteryears, Mr. J.K. Mahindra, who took us down the memory lane of cricket and had all of us in a trance with his first-hand experience with the legends of Indian cricket, starting with Salim Durrani to Pataudi to a lot of names which we only heard over the years. We have got excellent feedback on that episode, and a lot of our audience was really enthralled by that particular series by J.K. Mahindra. I'm also proud to hear the youngsters of our Kerala under-19 team, under the able guidance of our Sunil Oasis, has reached the quarter-final of the Vinu Mankat Trophy tournament for the first time, which is a great achievement for Kerala cricket. On behalf of RMECC, I would like to congratulate them and wish them a successful tournament ahead. Today is the 5th episode of Cricket Talk, and we are lucky to have one of the well-known personality on and off the cricket field, a person who had all of us in the edge of our seats during the T20 World Cup finals in South Africa, and a person who took the benchmark of Indian pace bowling to another level, and a person who made all the Keralites proud, the one and only S. Srishant with us today. On behalf of Renji Memorial East Hill Cricket Club, let me welcome you to the Cricket Talk. Welcome, Srishant.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Really appreciate for having me here. Thank you.
Thank you. To introduce this great personality, we have the special member of RMECC and a former Kerala junior state player, Mr. Radhakrishnan P. Let me welcome you to Cricket Talk. And as one of the panelists, we have the former left-handed batsman and the only triple century holder from Kerala, and he's the highest scorer for Kerala so far, 306, if I am right, and a former Renji captain, Mr. Srikumar Nair, with us today. Let me welcome you, sir, to Cricket Talk.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
The other panelist is the former top-order batsman and a Kerala Renji player, and who's currently in the Cricket Talent Committee of KCA, Mr. Manoj S, with us today. Let me welcome you, sir, to Cricket Talk.
Thank you.
I would like to welcome all the academies, district association members, current players, and the cricket loving audience who have assembled here today. Today, we will be highlighting the SG Cricket Academy based in Cochin, which we will be showing after the Q&A session. A warm welcome to all our viewers on Zoom and YouTube. So now let's sit back and get ready for another interesting session with our pacer. Over to you, Anu. Unmute yourself.
Thank you, Paul. So before we get into our next session, let me invite Mr. Radhakrishnan, a former Kerala player and now the senior manager at UCO Bank, to do the honor of introducing today's guest speaker.
Good evening, all. I'm privileged and honored to have got this opportunity to introduce our star speaker for the day, Sri Shantakumaran Srishant. Welcome, Sri. Born to Sri Shantakumaran Nair and Savitri Devi on 8th February 1983 in Vatapura, Ernakulam, Srishant surprisingly started out as a leg spinner modeling his action on Anil Kumble, who was to become his captain later on. A little after that, Srishant was selected for the MRF Pace Foundation in Chennai, where he first honed his skills under the legendary Aussie Dennis Lillee. He then made his first-class debut against Goa in the 2002-2003 season, and his 22 wickets in 7 matches in the Ranji Trophy fetched him a berth in the South Zone side for the Duleep Trophy in the very same year. In November 2004, Srishant got into the record books with a hat-trick against Himachal Pradesh in a Ranji Trophy game. The very next year, he was selected to represent India B in the Challenger Trophy and performed impressively in that tournament and emerged as the man of the series, being the leading wicket taker. This led to his selection into the Indian team for the home ODI series against the visiting Sri Lankans. And from then on, there was no looking back. I just got a few minutes to sum up Srishant, the phenomenon, and so I shall go to the basic stats on the cricket green. 170 first-class wickets. This includes wickets for India, rest of India, South Zone, Kerala, and for the county of Warwickshire, for which he played. Srishant's most significant performance to date is in Test cricket, is the first Test of India's 2006 tour of South Africa in Johannesburg. Srishant took 5 for 40 in a spectacular display of pace and swing bowling to help dismiss South Africa for a paltry 84. Leading to a first Indian win on South African soil, for which, of course, he was named man of the match. Srishant, the sensation, had arrived. Again, in one-dayers, this includes ODIs too, he had taken 97 wickets at an average of 36.16, with his 6 for 55 against England at Indore in the 7th ODI in the 2006 season being his best. Coming to T20s, this includes outings with India, Kerala, Kings XI Punjab, Cochin Tuskers, and Rajasthan Royals, with 38 wickets and 2 for 12 against Aussies for India and 3 for 29 against RCB, the IPL being his best performances. Now, moving over to his exploits off the field, it seems like there is no field that he has not explored and he has not excelled in. Besides being a cricketer, he is an actor, a television personality, dancer, fitness freak, a decent orator, singer, shire, surprisingly, yeah. And last but not the least, a wannabe politician who contested in March 2016 from Thiruvananthapuram on a BJP ticket. He has acted in 4 films in 4 languages, and his Kannada film Kempagoda 2 fetched him the Best Villain Award at the 17th Santosham Film Awards. The year 2013 has been a traumatic year for Srishant and his immediate family, and the pillar of strength and the love of his life was the reason he pulled through. Nayan Shekhawat Akka Bhuvaneshwari Kumari, also known as Princess Candy, belongs to the royal family of Alwar, Rajasthan. She has stood by him steadfast and fiercely loyal through all his trials and tribulations. Srishant and Bhuvaneshwari are blessed with 2 adorable children, a daughter, Sanvika Srishant, and a son, Surishri. So brace yourselves, friends. We are about to face some disconcerting bouncers and yorkers from the man of the hour, Shantakumaran Srishant. Over to you, Anup.
Thank you, Raj. Before handing over to the panelists, we have a presentation made by Sudesh. So let's just go through that, and then I'll hand over to a panelist. So he has coined it as Dance of the Gopu. So this is thanks to Sudesh for a wonderful presentation. So thank you, Sudesh, and we'll take the feedback from Sri Shelf, who's the dance of the Gogu. And over to the panelists, may I welcome Manoj, member CTC Kerala Cricket Association, former Kerala Ranji player, and Sri Kumar Nair, former captain of Kerala Ranji team. And over to you, and your time starts now for 40 minutes. Over to you. Yes, Sri Kumar Nair, over to you. You can start. So, Srishant, we'll have a panelist discussion. So they have a lot of questions for you. And I'm handing over to the panelists. So you can expect some answers.
Very good evening and all. Manoj, Chetan and everybody out there. I've seen a lot of other participants also there. So thank you for taking your time off. And yeah, so that's about it, and it's a cute video. And yes, I'm looking forward to the panelist, my ex-captain as well as one of the most exciting captains, and obviously. And it's good to see familiar faces, and a lot of people just said hi, thank you, sir, thank you to everybody out there. Look forward.
Sri Kumar, you can start.
Yeah, good evening, Sri. Good evening, everyone. Let's get into action. Sri, I'll straight away hit you with the first question. I think everyone is very eager to listen from you rather than from all of us. So here we go. My first question is, I think you have achieved something which no one from Kerala has ever achieved till now. So that's winning 2 World Cups. I think that is really ultimate. Not even Sachin Tendulkar has achieved that. So I would like to hear, or we would rather like to hear from you, what was your emotion, especially the first T20 World Cup back in 2007 when you took the catch? I think what went through, what was your emotions? And the second part of the question is, what was the feeling when you were there again to win the ODI World Cup in 2011 when you played? And what was the feeling? Was there any difference as such? What were the emotions that were going through? Especially the first one, and then on the second one.
Absolutely, good question, Sri Chada. Thank you. First time I must say 2007 was very, very special for me. It was 2011. I was very fortunate to stand next to Sachin Paji and lift the World Cup, and I could play in the finals. Thanks to Tendulkar Paji only, that the day before the finals, he made me bowl in the center wicket, and he wanted me to play the finals. So when Dhoni and they were looking at Ashwin to play the finals, and Sachin Ji and Gary Krishnan is the one who made me play the finals. So I would like to think to the extent who is that goals you have to be precise. Very precise goal that I want to bowl fast, I want to get wickets, I want to win the matches for the country. But in 2011, because not the part of the 2009 Champions League and all that, I was not looking at white ball cricket at all. I was termed.
Sri, you got muted. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yes, you're audible. Carry on.
Yeah, sorry, I think I got disconnected and I got back. Where was I? Did you guys?
Srishant, I think there's some connectivity issue there. If you can just switch off the video, I think it'll be better. Just for some time, just switch off your video so that you will not have the disturbance in the audio. Just for a few minutes. Okay, fine. Go ahead. We can hear you.
Clear?
Yeah, you're audible, Sri.
Yeah, hi. Sorry, guys. So what I was saying is, when you write goals and when you set your goals, you have to be very precise. In 2007, I had a very precise goal of winning matches for the country, getting wickets and bowling fast. And I clearly remember Mr. Gary Kirsten in 2011 wanted me to play the finals, and Sachin Paji backed it up. And that's how I played 2011 World Cup finals. But then my mind was not really on the white ball cricket. I was very much focused in winning test matches and bowling the red ball. And yes, when I got dropped from the World Cup squad in 2010, when we were in South Africa, and I just got a 5-wicket haul in a Cape Town test match. So I wanted to make sure, I wanted to, as people say, when somebody says you cannot do it, I just pushed my luck and I thought maybe I should give it a go. And if something told me that, okay, I will play the finals of the World Cup 2011, and I just started visualizing. I never visualized, but I was never precise about getting wickets or bowling fast or anything. I just started visualizing that, okay, I'm standing next to Sachin Baji, and that just happened. No excuse on not performing that much well, but yes, I didn't, look towards. That's what I want to tell the youngsters and everybody, that be very precise and have that immense self-belief which I had in 2007 when I played the World Cup, and that's a big difference. Srijata, when I played 2007, we had lost in West Indies. I had played against Scotland. I got 3 wickets. I played against West Indies in a practice game. I got, I think, 2 or 3 wickets. But when we were playing against the Bangladesh, Rahul Bhai wanted me to take rest because Ajit Agarkar was playing his last World Cup at that point of time, and that really hurt me. And as a Malayali, as you surely will know, you were there with me for a long time, and especially India B matches. When that happened with me, and especially Irfan, we both were in the flight back, and we told ourselves, God willing, the next World Cup, which is the 2011 World Cup, we want to do something. Whenever happens in the World Cup, we want to do well. But luckily, the T20 World Cup got announced. Then Kerala Cricket Association, thanks to selectors and everything, they made me the captain for the T20 side, where Sanju and a lot of other youngsters made debut. So I was fortunate to be among them. So I started believing, okay, there's a T20 World Cup coming. Now you better get into the 11. And that was the process. And everything else was set aside. And I just told myself, start bowling well. And then again, a setback happened in England when the one-day squad was announced. I was not part of it. I was dropped, and Munaf Patel came in with Ajit Agarkar. That was setback. But then I came to know that I'm the T20 World Cup squad. So I said, okay, it's Onam, go back home. I will tell these youngsters, when you get dropped, when you get a setback, just go there, switch off. Yes, you have to train really hard, work really hard, but switch off from the game, go back home, spend time with my family. That's what I did. I celebrated Onam with my family, and I remember Balendra sir, to everybody helping me to go for the World Cup. And I was very prepared. I was very precise on what to do every match. I had set goals, I had written previews about 2007, every match. And I wanted to, prove a point in white ball. And that's what I did. And 2007 will always be very special. And the last catch which I took, if you ask about emotions, I think the highest point of concentration is being blank. And I had gone for runs in that match, 4 overs, 48, and in the semi-final, I bowled really exceptionally well. But then I was fortunate to bowl one main. So imagine 3 overs, I went for 48 runs. So, when I got the last wicket with the Yorker, all I told myself is, okay, if the ball comes on my right or left, make sure you don't give double, especially that just before the catch. I was not prepared for the catch. I was just telling myself that Robin sir have given us enough fielding drills. Shri, India, Pakistan, jo bhi ho jaye. The ball came up in the air, and thanks to Guru Ayappan and every god out there who helped me and all the prayers. I had a slight hairline fracture also, but then pain is thanks to John Gloucester and Dhoni. Dhoni told me एक ही बात बोला, अगर घर जाना तो जा, खेलना है तो खेल. So he gave me an option at that point of time, and I played with that injury. And rest is history. Srijata, thanks for the question, because 2007 World Cup will always be very, very special for me. 2011, I was fortunate, and all I can say is that when you write the goals, be precise. And yes, that was the last one-day match I played for the country. That's what happens when you don't set your goals right. So anyway. Thank you, Jeta. I mean, I think it will always be special for me, and the rest is history. That gave me the belief to start bowling well. And in fact, even just sooner after the 2007 World Cup, when I played against Australia in the one-day series, I was even in when you look at the rankings and all, I went up to ICC in ODI. I think I went up to 8 or something, and I was on a hat-trick, 3 matches, 9 wickets against Australia in Indian conditions. And in Kochi especially, I enjoyed bowling against Australians, especially at home. World, three-time world champions at home, first time ever, and playing against them. The first match I saw against Australia was Sachin Paji getting that fifer, sitting in the gallery and getting a fifer, getting a 3-for against Australia in that same ground was God's grace.
Thank you.
So started believing in white ball a bit more.
Thanks a lot, Sri. Thank you.
Hi, Sri. Manoj here.
Yes,
Hi.
Chetan.
Actually, we played, I was playing for Kerala. That time you were not in the picture. So we didn't play much matches together. I think one match I remember in Chennai
എതിരെ
League.
കളിച്ചു നമ്മുടെ കേരള മാച്ച്
Yeah, very few
and
matches.
Chennai
very
League
few matches.
also. Yes.
Yeah, Chennai League, I think we played a match against Spick and MRF. You played for MRF, I played for Spick. And it was terrific that time because I played a lot of Indian fast bowlers that time, Javagal Srinath, Venkatesh Prasad, a lot of people like that. But you were terrific. Like I always say that because you were one of the best in the business. And one question is actually when I was playing for Cochin Refineries, you were playing for ECC, Ernakulam Cricket Club. Okay. And I didn't see you much. I mean, I didn't see you much in the 11 because you are very young that time. Okay. And your transformation from a club cricketer to Indian cricketer was very fast. Very fast means actually suddenly I saw you in the MRF Foundation and suddenly you came into the picture and you played for India. You excelled there. How did you adapt to that mentally and physically? That is my question.
Thank you, Manoj. Thank you for sharing good memories. Yes, I always enjoyed bowling to good players like you, and it was always a challenge, especially when you bowl against players who have represented your state or you have represented your, a club level at a very good level, and those were all, when the big names used to come in front of me, I used to say, okay, this is the batsman I have to bowl well to. Maybe even at me, and maybe he'll give me an opportunity in his club, or maybe at that point of time, yes, Chennai League was big. I used to always look at players when I used to bowl and learn from them. Yes, I was on top of them, trying to be aggressive, but the biggest change is decision making, Jeta. I think winners don't shy away from decision making and setting my priorities right. Working really hard towards getting stronger. Thanks to MRF Pace Foundation, I have to really thank Ramji sir. The huge thanks to the MRF Foundation for giving me the foundation to be a good fast bowler. And I always believed, yes, I am thankful to ECC, but whatever I learned as a fast bowler is a lot from a tennis ball cricket. Hamsa Kunijatan, you all know him. So he is the one who taught me about reverse swing. He is the one who used to bowl. Cricket Club. Yes, and yes, he used to play. He used to play for, I think.
You were playing for Sun CC, right?
Yes, Sun CC Adapul, yes. So I learned a lot playing tennis ball cricket also. So especially when I played the lightweight, I will tell the youngsters, I don't know how many coaches and seniors will agree with me, but when you play lightweight cricket, you have to give a lot of effort. Yes, the shoulders need more effort. You might get injured if you're not stronger. So I will say if you genuinely follow a proper routine of strengthening exercises and flexibility, especially when you do a strength session, I did a lot of flexibility and a lot of stretching sessions and especially yoga with a lot of heavy strength sessions. So that really helped me to believe, because there used to be crowd and all that. So the changeover from a leg spinner to medium pace bowler to a fast bowler, for me, it was all about decision making and setting my priorities. Okay, this is what I want. This is exactly what I'm going to do. And thanks to Nichetan, because he played for the country. So that gave me an opportunity, because I bowled the new ball. My first class match was with Tinu Johanan bowling from the other end. And I was very fortunate when Sunil Chetan gave me the ball, and I was fortunate to get the second ball wicket, just like Nichetan got in a test match. So I just believe that, okay, Nichetan has achieved it. The only way I can be there, like Nichetan, should be bowling fast and getting the best batsman out, not the tailenders. Best batsman out, get the top order, get the captain of the opponent side. And I just started working towards it. I always use this word CSO, chief selection officer. So that it has to be you. You got to decide that, okay, this is what I want. Let the world say anything. I used to travel. I think I used to play for Indian Airlines at that point of time for 3,000 rupees a month. I have come for even SBT's club job interviews as well for selection. So I was always looking to get opportunities. ECC was good, but I wanted to get better. So I went to Sanmar Group, Kemplas. I tried. I didn't get selected. Then I had to come back. So
Sri, can I interfere?
yes, yes, please.
ഈ ഞാൻ ആദ്യം പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ ഫ്രം എ ക്ലബ് ക്രിക്കറ്റർ ടു ഇന്ത്യൻ ക്രിക്കറ്റർ, അതൊരു ഭയങ്കര ഫാസ്റ്റ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു ജേർണി ആയിരുന്നു ശ്രീയുടെ. അത് എങ്ങനെയാണ് ഒന്ന് മെന്റലി ആൻഡ് ഫിസിക്കലി എങ്ങനെയാണ് അഡാപ്റ്റ് ചെയ്തതെന്ന് പറയാമോ? ഇറ്റ്സ് ഫോർ കിഡ്സ് ആൻഡ് ഇറ്റ്സ് ഫോർ യങ് ജനറേഷൻ.
I always believed in my routines. I always had a great routine. ഞാൻ എൻ്റെ മോർണിംഗ് 4:30 wake up to ഈ ഇടയ്ക്ക് ഒരു 2-3 years back I was showing it to Sachin Baby. Sachin Baby was like, ചേട്ടാ ഇത്രയൊക്കെ ചെയ്യണോ ഇന്ത്യ കളിക്കാൻ? So I was ശ്രീചേട്ടൻ നല്ലോണം അറിയാം, മനോജേട്ടനും അറിയാം, ഇവിടെ എറണാകുളത്ത് കണ്ടിട്ടുണ്ടാവും. I was a bit off when it comes to training. I used to love sun. But the mental aspect is very easy, Cheta. The moment you tell yourself it's difficult, it's very difficult. So I was very fortunate that Shekhar sir always told me that, Shri, you have it in you to play for the country. Just focus hard, leave everything aside, and just bowl fast. Don't worry about line and length. I know I am completely against the coaching book right now, but this is what Shekhar sir said. Just run in and bowl fast. Don't worry. If you think it's a Yorker, just go and bowl Yorker. Don't have self-doubt. Have the ability, just keep bowling the best way you can. And yes, the captains will want this thing or that thing. Listen, hear them, but prove them. If you get wickets, and Sricheta knows sometimes the field, and I never knew then how to change over. But I think the mental aspect is very easy, Cheta. Most of the seniors used to tell me, especially Srichetan and Ajay Kuduchetan, they used to always push me and to do the very best. Even Sunil Chetty, when he was the captain, he used to give me the reverse swinging ball and say, "Nee kore kanikkannalle, kaanichide erinjide." So that was for me bowling fast, and I think that's the only thing that it was very easy for me. I know it sounds ahangaram kondu parayalla, but I always had a set of routines. I still, even when I made a comeback just now after 8 years, I knew that I'll play higher level and I will perform, because it's just the routines and which I followed, which if I can climb the Mount Everest once, why not again? So that is the process. And the mindset of a champion, I was fortunate to work with a lot of people about mindset. And if you keep it easy, it's very easy. If you make it difficult for you, saying this is difficult, okay, this is going to be difficult, it's going to be difficult. So the choice is ours, and the choice for me was to play for the country. And the only way I could play for the country was do things, outwork the competition. I used to work so hard. I used to get up early. I used to sleep late. I hardly slept 6 to 8 hours a day. But then 6 hours sleep and 2 hours was completely power nap, 15 minutes while traveling and all that. So I would like to say to the youngsters that if you have a goal, no matter what the world says, you got to follow it. No matter what, it might not be what other people want to see in you, but you have something in you which nobody has. So that's what I did, Cheta. The mental aspect, as you saying, the shift was, I just had immense self-belief. Immense self-belief came with routines, not ahankar. It was just routines that I knew that this cricketer was sleeping when I was training. This cricketer was just doing tapping, and I was bowling fast and getting wickets. So that is what I did.
Okay, thank you, Sri. We have 40 minutes with you, actually, panelists. Okay, so we have a lot of questions. Kore kiri murikkanundi. So over to Sri.
Yes, I will make it. I'll keep it brief. And if Philippine land is story narration poleയാണ്.
It's okay. Sri.
Okay, Sri. The next question is, I have always seen two facets of your cricketing side. If I say anything related with Srishant, it starts with aggression and it ends with aggression. But the thing is, I have seen you on the field and off the field. So on the field, people can easily relate with you. On the field, your aggression is evident. You have not spared anyone, right from the greatest Sachin Tendulkar to Jack Callis to Matthew Hayden to our own Sunil Oasis to myself, and the list is endless, right? I know what your thinking used to be, but I think all our viewers here will be very interested. But I am even more interested. One more thing is, you have been one of the most softest person off the field. So how was this transformation possible? Generally, we say, no, we have our natural traits, but then how is it possible that you were so aggressive on the field, but you're so soft, as your name suggests, off the field? Yeah, Shri.
Just like Onion.
One of my favorite actors and movies. It's Donald sir. When I was playing for Warwickshire, Donald sir, it's called White Line Fever. So I think nowadays aggression has gone down. I think mostly because of comic side will be that the sponsors tag is on top of the rope. No, so aggression has slightly gone down, except Virat Kohli. At that point of time, Richard, I was because of tennis ball cricket. I'll be honest, and thanks to my upbringing, I never had a same age group friends or cousins. So all my cousins were elder to me, at least 5 or 6 years elder to me. And when they used to play a lot of cricket, especially in Kodamangalam or anything during the vacations, I had to be aggressive. I had to show that, I'll get you out, no matter who you are. So that came naturally to me. And whenever I took the cricket ball, it was more like proving a point to someone. Let it be you, let it be, as I said earlier to Manoj Chetan, my point was, okay, he's a much better cricketer. I will respect him off the field. But once he enters my arena, this is my place. I want him to remember that, okay, he faced me. And if I was not bowling well, I never used to look at the batsman, and you know it too. I never used to just simply stare. The moment I know that he or that person is a bit uncomfortable, that is when I try and manipulate. That's the right word. I used to try and manipulate. I think till 2009 it was more of how do I say, reacting to those situations, being aggressive and more like being possessive about your bowling. It's like as if you're with your girlfriend or your family member, you would love to give your very best. You wouldn't want anybody to hurt them. So that same thing on a cricket field. This is my arena, and you are just a guest, and you will remember me once you leave this field. So that thing was there with me, and I think that was aggression. And off the field, I was just Gopu rather than Srishant. And Amma eppozhum parayum, nee spikes it to video varanda, spikes it to video vanna tenni edichu thaazhe vidum. Adonde so Srishant was always only on the field. So the only place I could express myself was on the cricket field, and no regrets. I am very fortunate to have played against big legends as well as players who have given their very best. So that was just natural for me. Yes, after 2009, I did curb down a little. തീർച്ചയായിട്ടും 2009 അലൻ ഡൊണാൾഡ് സാറിന്റെ ഒപ്പം തന്നെ വാറിക്ഷയറിൽ he was the bowling coach. So he only told me show the aggression on the bowling rather than on the face. So yeah. പക്ഷെ വിരാട് കോഹ്ലി ആണ് ഇപ്പൊ എല്ലാവരുടെയും അഗ്രഷന്റെ കിങ്. അവന്റെ മുന്നിൽ ഞാനൊരു പാപം, ഒരു എന്താ പറയുന്ന ഒരു സ്കൂളിൽ പഠിക്കുന്ന വിദ്യാർത്ഥി. അപ്പം
you'll give a tough fight. I have seen you from your under 19 days. So I think
ഏതെങ്കിലും ഒരു മാച്ച് അവന്റെ എവിടെയെങ്കിലും കളിക്കണം അവന്റെ എതിരെ.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Sri. Yeah, Manoj.
Yeah, Sri. Next one is, I believe one of the biggest lessons we learn from sports or cricket or football or whatever it may be, that is how to handle the failures and setbacks. Definitely this will help in life also. Okay. Your thoughts on that area? Because you have gone through all these things in your life and in your game, in your cricket also, you have gone through all these things, setbacks and failures, and you came back very strongly. So please share your thoughts.
തീർച്ചയായിട്ടും ചേട്ടാ, I think it's very important. First, it's very important. Experience is something which God gives you, and you got to embrace it. You shouldn't get whether it's a difficult situation or a good situation. I never asked why. Yes, it is difficult in difficult situation to not to ask God why me. അപ്പം ഞാൻ ആ വേൾഡ് കപ്പ് ക്യാച്ച് എടുത്തപ്പോൾ ഒരിക്കലും എന്തിനാണ് എന്റെ കയ്യിലേക്ക് വേൾഡ് കപ്പ് ക്യാച്ച് എന്ന് ഞാൻ ചോദിച്ചിട്ടില്ല. അപ്പം that was a great learning experience for me. And എന്റെ വീട്ടിലാണെങ്കിലും my mom and dad is somebody who have met them knows that I think one of the most humblest families and even with Madhu Balasan Chetan, such famous personalities in the house itself, made sure, I don't fly around. I don't move around like Sri. So at that point of time, when the difficult situation happened with me and my family, it was not just me and my family and my friends. It was the cricket fraternity of Kerala, especially Malayalis across the globe. There was so much of responsibility on me. People say with great powers come responsibility. After that,
I think
you
we have-
need power. That's up to the front way. I use the same techniques and the same mindset. I said, okay, this is where I am right now. There is no point looking at where I should be. So this too shall pass, but don't just let it pass. Keep going strong. You got a family to take care. Yes, cricket was taken away from me. It was very difficult. I got two lovely angels. I started being very grateful to every moment of my life.
I think we have a connectivity issue. Sri, can you just switch off the video for some time? Sri, are you there?
Okay, now Sri.
Yeah, it looks good now.
Yes.
Stuck ആയിരിക്കുന്നു അല്ലേ?
Okay.
Yeah. We couldn't hear you for some time.
No.
For one minute.
Sorry. You can hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
For me, it was about, okay, there was a change in my life. So how fast can I adapt? And then in the best possible way, I had to improvise. And improvising doesn't mean just don't giving a whatever. But then I did give a thought about it. How much time? Yes, it was time consuming. But what can I do when the game is taken away from me? Thanks to my school teachers and care of side of my always in my and I knew that when I get an order from the field,
Your voice is
that doesn't mean backs and doors. I made
can you just shut the close the camera and speak?
There's a connectivity issue. I think we may get connected again.
Yeah. Please. Yeah. Unmute yourself. Unmute.
sorry. എന്റെ കണക്ഷന്റെ പ്രശ്നമാണെന്ന് തോന്നുന്നു. സോറി.
Yeah.
അതെ ഇപ്പൊ ക്ലിയർ ആണ്.
ഒരു ഇത് മഴയുണ്ട്, അതായിരിക്കും.
Yeah, must be.
Yeah.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, so see, എന്റെ അച്ഛൻ എപ്പോഴും പറയുന്ന ഒരു പോയിന്റ്, sometimes you have to look back to go ahead. പുറകോട്ട് തിരിഞ്ഞു നോക്കുമ്പോൾ ഇതിലും ടഫ് സിറ്റുവേഷൻസിലൂടെ ആയിരിക്കും നിങ്ങൾ. ഞാനിപ്പോ ഇന്ത്യ കളിക്കാൻ അത്ര ഈസി ആയിരുന്നില്ല. അപ്പൊ കേരള ക്രിക്കറ്റ് അസോസിയേഷൻ, കേരള ക്രിക്കറ്റ്, നമ്മുടെ സീനിയർ ക്രിക്കറ്റ് കളിക്കാൻ എളുപ്പമായിരുന്നില്ല. അണ്ടർ 19 ക്രിക്കറ്റ് സെലക്ഷൻ കിട്ടാൻ എളുപ്പമായിരുന്നില്ല. അണ്ടർ 16 അണ്ടർ 30 ഒന്നും കിട്ടിയിട്ടില്ല സെലക്ഷൻസ്. അപ്പം ആ ടൈമിലെ പ്രോസസ്, ആ സെയിം തോട്ട് പ്രോസസ് ആയിരുന്നു. വെൻ ദ ഡിഫിക്കൽട്ട് ടൈംസ് gave me an opportunity to get close to my family, and I started looking at the positive side of all the tough times, and I'm very grateful even today that all those things happened, and I came to know ആരാണ് സത്യമായിട്ടുള്ള ദോസ്തുക്കൾ, ആരാണ് ഉറ്റമിത്രങ്ങൾ, എത്ര പേര് നമ്മുടെ കൂടെ നിൽക്കും. So it was a great learning experience, and I am God's been extremely kind. I am just grateful, Cheta. I think the mindset is what kept me going. Even today, I am really grateful to each and every individual.
Yeah, thank you, Sri. Sri Kumar, next question.
Yeah, Shri, there are a lot of young kids who are watching this webinar actually, especially I think even Sunil will be there, his U19 team, which has qualified in Vinumankat for the first time. They are also watching this webinar very
Wow,
keen.
congrats.
My next question is, what would you want? You have such immense experience of playing at international, domestic, even foreign first class as well. So, what would you advise to the new generation of fearless cricketers which are coming in Kerala and in people who are all watching here in this webinar? So, how do you advise them? What should they do? What is your maybe a few passages if you want to pass it on?
Sunil has actually sent a chat
Yes,
saying that all the under 19 boys are watching your webinar right now.
thank you, and congratulations to everybody. Adipoli, Poliku, quarter final, semi final, final. അതുപോലെ ഇന്ത്യ അണ്ടർ 19 നമ്മുടെ കേരള ടീമിൽ കുറെ ആളുകൾ ചെല്ലട്ടെ. Hopefully, if I could win 2 World Cups, I'm sure any other Malayali can win 3 or 4 World Cups. So all the very best, and let the Kerala flag keep flying higher and higher and higher. So all I can say is to the youngsters, see, തീർച്ചയായിട്ടും നമ്മുടെ ഒരു ഗോൾ സെറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്ന നേരത്തെ പറഞ്ഞ സെയിം ഞാൻ പറയാണ്. നമ്മുടെ മൈൻഡ് സെറ്റ്, you should have the courage to prepare. Most of the people don't expect success to be with you if you're not prepared. The will to succeed, അതാണ് നമ്മൾ എല്ലാവരും പഠിക്കുന്നത്. എല്ലാ സ്കൂളിലും ടീച്ചേഴ്സ് ഒക്കെ പഠിപ്പിക്കുന്നത് will to succeed, the will power ഉണ്ടാവണം. But my request, not advice, my request will be the will to prepare to succeed, the will to prepare, waking up to the time which you should. You must not, but you need to achieve your main set, the main goals. You need to follow certain things. The want might be less, but the need will be more to achieve greatness. And if I can, anybody can. If anybody can, so sure you can. So always remember, you should have the courage, you should have the determination to follow your goals. Then perseverance. Be persistent. Even if you fail, don't worry, it's an experience. And ഒരു കാര്യം ഞാൻ പറയാം, life is not short, especially these youngsters. I want to say life is not short. Life is a beautiful journey. If you fail, use that experience next time. ഇപ്പൊ നമ്മുടെ ആരും ഒരു കവർ ഡ്രൈവ് നേരെ ഫസ്റ്റ് ബോൾ അടിക്കുന്നില്ല. കുറെ പ്രാക്ടീസ് മസിൽ മെമ്മറി ആകുമ്പോൾ പല, even if it's an outswing, even if it's an in-swing, you will look at the angle and you will start playing cover drives from every angle. You might not change the shot. Same with outswing, I can use the crease, I can come close to the stumps. But all this comes with a lot of plan and a lot of preparations. When I'm വീണ്ടും പറയാണ് to the youngsters, have the will to prepare. Saying no to your best friends is the most difficult thing, especially with social sites now. It's very easy to make friends and have fun. ഞാൻ എൻ്റെ ഒരു വലിയൊരു സീക്രട്ട് പറയാം. സീക്രട്ട് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ എല്ലാവർക്കും അറിയാവുന്ന ഒരു സീക്രട്ട് ആണ്. After I played for the country, I used to enjoy the party scene, and when I played for the country, okay, this is where you are. Get there first. Then make hay while the sun shines. So please play for the country. Forget everything. 3 years of your life. And challenge ചെയ്യാം നിങ്ങളുടെ will to prepare. Our preparation, if you give yourself 3 years, don't be in a hurry. Okay, this year only I will play. Don't worry. If you can, brilliant. ഒരു ബുക്ക് ഓഫ് ഒരു പേപ്പർ എടുത്തിട്ട് ഒരു പേജില് 5 years from now where I will be, 4 years from now where I will be, 3 years from now where I will be, 2 years from now where I can be, 1 year from now where I can be, 5 minutes from now where I should be, 5 hours from now, 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 months and 5 years. എന്നിട്ട് ഡ്രോബാക്ക് ചെയ്യണം. അപ്പൊ ആ ഗോൾ സെറ്റിംഗില് you will know exactly what you should achieve. Flexibility, cardio, fitness, cardiovascular. It's so important. 35 to 40 is the maximum for a sports people. You are 19, 17, 16-year-old cricketers. You have a long way to go. Don't you ever just make sure you follow your routine. എന്ത് പറഞ്ഞാലും ആ സ്വപ്നം സാക്ഷാത്കരിക്കാൻ പറ്റും. Anybody can do it. It's very, very, very easy. It's very, very easy. Any fast bowler, any spinner whoever the magicians can score of him, the best of the best batsman will get out in one ball. Always remember, no matter how difficult the situation, you will end up taking off the blinding, or you stop a brilliant boundary or a get wickets. The great run out in a just there to be great. All the very best.
Thank you, Sri. Thanks a lot.
Sri, next question. Can you just give your thoughts or ideas to improve Kerala cricket? Kerala cricket means now we are doing very well actually, but we need more players to play for the country, and you people excelled in that area. No? Actually a lot of former cricketers, Ranji Trophy cricketers, they are helping us to do that, but we need more people to interfere in that, experienced players. So അങ്ങനെ വരുമ്പോഴാണ് ആ ഒരു എക്സ്പോഷർ കുട്ടികൾക്ക് കിട്ടുന്നത്. ഇപ്പോൾ these people are watching you, like under-19 guys are with Sunil Oasis, they are watching you. So if you can interact with them like that, former Ranji Trophy players or coaches or anybody in that matter, അവർ കൂടുതൽ ഇൻവോൾവ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോഴാണ് you will get more results. അത് എന്താണ് അതിന്റെ ഒരു എങ്ങനെയാണ് നമുക്ക് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുക? What's your thoughts on that area, like how to improve Kerala cricket?
നമ്മുടെ ഒരു കോച്ചസ്, ട്രെയിനേഴ്സ്, ഫെസിലിറ്റീസ് ഒക്കെ ഭയങ്കരമായിട്ട് ഇമ്പ്രൂവ് ആയി. ഇനി ഇതാ ഇൻഡിവിജ്വൽ ചോയ്സ് ആണ്. ഇപ്പൊ ഫോർ എക്സാമ്പിൾ ബിഗസ്റ്റ് lead in season like one of the best teams, but then it's upon the individual. What do you do with the power? ഞാൻ നേരത്തെ ചോദിച്ചപ്പോൾ ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞത് with great powers നമ്മുടെ സെലക്ടേഴ്സിനേക്കാളും കോച്ചസിനേക്കാളും ഒരു under-13 അല്ലെങ്കിൽ under-9 തൊട്ടുള്ള ആ
We are facing some connectivity issue with Srishant.
Yeah.
Probably after this question, we may go for the rapid round.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll request Srishant also to just switch off the video. I think that's the best way. I think it will. We should be connecting back anytime.
Yeah.
So once he's back, I think we'll go to the rapid round.
Anyway, it was wonderful for the under-19 team also to join us today.
Exactly. Srishant, can you hear?
On behalf of RMECC, I think, and all of us present here, we all
I'm so sorry. Hello.
Yeah. Please come. Sorry. Please.
I think you should switch off your video probably. I think you
Now
have
it's better
more
because
bandwidth.
I've shifted. Thanks, Srishant. I'm the Wi-Fi Mari. There are two connections.
Okay.
So I went off to Srishant, the ground floor wala. I am in the terrace. So
This
I
is more
just
clear.
shifted the connection to the.
This is more clear.
I hope
They're
you have
much
a
more
better
clear.
connection now because it's rapid fire now.
Yes. Can I just finish that? What I was saying.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Sure. After that.
See, I was saying, it's when you get an opportunity, make sure you use that power wisely. And it's about decision making at the end of the day. No administrator, no physios, no trainers, or the best of the best conditioning coaches cannot make you play for the country or they can make you the best person in that, if it's a physio, yes, making sure that rehab is done. So there won't be any need for a rehab. Make sure whatever you do, we cannot produce youngsters to play for the country. We can only say this is an opportunity for you. Make sure you use it wisely, and all the selectors, all the individuals. And ഒരു കാര്യം എനിക്ക് പറയാനുള്ളത്, നമ്മൾ എപ്പോഴും എൻ്റെ ഒരു under-19 തൊട്ടുള്ള ലെവലിൽ we are always worried about selections. We are so worried ഇന്ന് സെലക്ഷൻ കിട്ടുമോ. പിന്നെ കോമ്പറ്റീഷൻ ഇസ് ബിറ്റ്വീൻ നമ്മൾ പേപ്പർ എടുത്ത് രാവിലെ നോക്കുന്ന രഞ്ജി ട്രോഫി അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ആ ടൈമിൽ എന്റെ കോമ്പറ്റീറ്റർ എത്ര വിക്കറ്റ് എടുത്തു, എന്റെ കോമ്പറ്റീറ്റർ എത്ര റൺ അടിച്ചു, ഒരു ഹാബിറ്റ് ആണ്. ദാറ്റ് യു ലേൺ ദാറ്റ് ഫ്രം ദ സീനിയേഴ്സ്. സോ ഇറ്റ്സ് അവർ ജോബ്, ഇൻക്ലൂഡിംഗ് under-19 boys, start that new mantra, which is we are not worried about others or what others are doing. If I do what I can at my best, because I have the best physio, I have the best association supporting me, I have an association where 8 to 9 players are playing the IPL. Get your focus right. If you want to play white ball cricket, be smart enough to tell your coach, yes, sir, I want to focus on white ball cricket. If I want to play red ball, tell the coach, I want to play red ball. Don't try and be a superstar playing everything, because this era, I am sure there are so much of talent and everybody deserves a chance. And it's very difficult. I'm telling you, Cheta, this generation, everybody, when I was seeing even the club level matches and all that in there is so much of talent in Kerala cricket. It's just a matter of them believing that it's a long journey. നമ്മൾ ഇന്ന് തന്നെ വേണം, നാളെ വേണം എന്നല്ല, വരും. എന്റെ ചാൻസ് ആരും എടുക്കില്ല. എനിക്ക് പകരം കളിക്കുന്നവന് വേണ്ടി be happy. Be so happy for him that be grateful for that person, because he's showing you that he can do it. So imagine how much better you can do it. എന്റെ ചാൻസ് ആണ് അവൻ എടുത്തതിന് പകരം അവനോട് ചെന്ന് ചോദിക്കുന്നത്, എടാ നീ എന്താണ് ചെയ്തത്, നീ എന്ത് ചെയ്തിട്ടാണ്, പെർഫോമൻസ് ഉണ്ട്, പക്ഷെ നീ ഓഫ് ദ ഫീൽഡ് എന്തൊക്കെ ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്, റൂട്ടീൻ എന്താണ്. Go and ask that person who's successful. We'll have, I think, 11 players or playing for the country. I mean, that will be a dream. My dream was to retire when 3 or 4 cricketers are in the dressing room. But then, I hope when Sanju is playing now, I hope he becomes consistent. Sachin Baby is there, Nidish, Basil and Asif has to get their mind very strong. They have to prepare again. The will to prepare is not there. The will to succeed is always there. So I just hope all these people are listening, and all the youngsters, and as Chetan said rightly, to create a next level international cricketer, only that individual who is watching it. I am sure the under-19 group in the, I have a sixth feeling that all the 20-21 players are so talented. I genuinely hope all the 21 plays for the country sooner or later. Don't be in a hurry. Don't be in a hurry. Be very happy for other people's success. Trust me, you will get everything on this earth.
That's right. So we come to the rapid fire round.
Yes.
So expecting a short answer, one
Yes.
word or two words, and it should be above 140.
Short aggressive answers.
135. High 130s.
135, yeah.
Now it is high 130s.
Okay. So here we go. Most difficult batsman to bowl.
Sachin Tendulkar.
Your best series as a strike bowler.
I think, oh my God, it's every series actually, sir. I think, but one episode, West Indies 2006, where I started believing in getting the best wickets, especially when I got Lara out. I think he's the best batsman ever bowled when it comes to the other country.
Okay. Favorite venue in India and outside India?
Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium, Kochi is my favorite in India, and outside India will be Johannesburg.
So whom do you rate as the greatest bowler of your era?
Myself, Srishant. I would have, if that block wouldn't have happened, I would have surely got at least 250 test wickets, for sure.
A teammate who really influenced your career in a positive way?
Irfan Pathan and Munaf Patel. Munaf Patel and Irfan was in my MRF Peace Foundation, and the grit which both of them have, especially Munaf from where he's from, and Irfan were making that comeback even without getting a chance. 2007 World Cup, I the same story. The way he made a comeback and become the man of the finals in a T20 World Cup finals. So hats off to them. And they were there to help.
Sure. Your perfect wrist position landed the seam immaculately to trouble the world's best batters. Was it a coaching miracle or a divine miracle?
Both. I think both divine miracle for sure, because it was not easy from a leg spinner to turn out to bowl fast. So yes, I really thank my hard work. I always had a cricket ball with my hand, and I used to always play with my wrist. So, and at the comic side, I am very good with my fingers and wrist.
Sure. A bowler with whom you always enjoyed bowling in tandem?
Zahir Bhai, for sure. with immense experience on the other side, and I enjoyed sharing my experience with Voxy and Boyd Rankin when I played for Warwickshire.
Okay. A cricket memory which excites you even today.
The first Ranji Trophy match in Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium, which is very important, very special for me, because that match, I never had an opportunity to get in the stadium. First of all, I used to run outside to play even a practice match. It was big, and to make a debut, that too with all the legends who have already been there, done. So it was a great memory for me. Even when I look back, yes, I have been fortunate to play World Cups and win, and being in a test and all that. But even the test when I was part of it. But then, for me, the most important match was that first match at the stadium.
One bowling record you wish to hold in cricket.
6 for 55. The only fast bowler to get a 6 for in Indian soil is me even now. So I wouldn't want anybody to break that record. White ball cricket, that too.
Okay, yeah. By this question is already answered. Yeah. Do you aspire to take up coaching after you retire?
I'm already not really coaching. I believe in sharing the humble experiences and as much as possible stay fit. And if I say, okay, I'm going to hit the middle stump and take the off stump, I will show it so that the bowler till I am coaching or helping the youngsters. So even now I have got few academies. One of the academies also starting in Mugambika. So my coaching methods are youngsters. I am more of, I will try and do it and let them do it.
Okay. So do you see yourself as a cricket administrator in future?
I mean, God's been extremely kind with the movie and the film fraternity also, and the political side of administration is, see, all the panels are here. So I think they should take care, and I think Kerala cricket will be in better hands if they take care of it, because fast bowler as an administrator, maybe Tinichatam because he's nice, but Srishant being everywhere. When I become a politician at the age of 50, maybe then I don't mind, but not now. Then conflict of interest will come, so I can never be administrator. I prefer playing as much as possible. I will not take an opportunity to say that I'm going to grab a place of an youngster. Yes, if that person is bowling well, better than me and getting wickets and scoring runs or fielding better than me, I will walk away. But not walk away from the game. I will surely keep continuing and playing the leagues across the globe. I will not retire.
So which is your favorite format, Test, ODI or T20?
Cricket.
You are eligible to be a national selector. If you are eligible to a national selector, even chairman, you are actually eligible of the selection committee. What will be your 3 top priorities as selector?
Making sure I use that power wisely. Just because I'm a Malayali, that doesn't mean I give only opportunities to Malayali cricket circle. If they deserve it, as I said earlier, if an youngster is work ethics, it's not just about performance, it's about the will to prepare to succeed. So my main thing will be the preparation, how the work ethics of an youngster. And if I would love to be an art selector, maybe in future, that I would love to, because I would love to bring the best out of an individual. And a lot of people did that to me in a different ways. So mine will be only one set priority is work ethics, nothing else. I will just look at the youngster about work ethics and how good he is following the routine. That's it.
If you are if a movie was made of you, whom would you like to play the lead role?
Lead role. 16th, in a couple of days, my biopic is getting announced. So I wouldn't want to break that here. So 16th, everybody will get to know. So yeah, one of the it's one is in Hindi and one is English. So yeah.
Oh, good.
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't act in it. I would just sit back, relax, and it will be too much for me to go through a few things even when I narrate it.
So which gym workout do you hate and you like the most?
I don't hate gym workout at all. I love training. I love just waking up, and the easiest is pull-ups and push-ups. So I would love to do more pull-ups than push-ups. That's the goal.
So which brand, according to you, is a good cricket ball? Dukes, Kookaburra, SG Test, or any other?
Make in India.
That's good. You have taken the wickets of almost all greats in cricket. Cullis Smith, Lara, Ponting, Gilchrist, Simmons, to name a few. So which one did you enjoy the most?
Lara, because we used to party also. I mean, youngsters shouldn't do that, but then he used to always challenge me. You seem to be a good dancer. Why don't you make me dance on the field? And all used to make fun in a very friendly way. So getting Lara out in the same ground where he scored 400 was fun because he got out for 0. And I had planned that wicket. I bowled a maiden wicket to him. Just before that test match also, I had got him 5 dot balls and then out. Even in the last test innings which he played in that ground, I could get him again 5 dot balls and the last ball was LBW, which was more of a very well planned. So I think that over, that's what I said earlier also. I mean, as everybody talks about other matches, but then for me, the West Indies series was an eye opener and to get the belief system going. So Lara, any day.
So one last one. Which bouncer did you enjoy more? The one against Cullis or the one against Tendulkar in an Irani trophy match?
ഇത് ഞാൻ മലയാളത്തിൽ പറയാൻ കൺവേർട്ട് ചെയ്താരോട് പറയരുത്. ടെണ്ടുൽക്കറിന് ബൗൺസർ എറിഞ്ഞപ്പോ സത്യം പറയാം ഞാൻ പേടിച്ചു, കാരണം എന്റെ കമ്പാക്ക് ആയിരുന്നു 2013. അത് കഴിഞ്ഞപ്പോ അതിന്റെ അടുത്ത ബോൾ ഞാൻ ഓർപ്പിച്ച് എറിഞ്ഞു കൊടുത്താണ് കേട്ടോ. ഞാനത് അടി മേടിച്ചതല്ല. അത് എന്നും ഇത് നമ്മുടെ ഇന്റർവ്യൂ കഴിയുമ്പോൾ ഒന്ന് കണ്ടു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ അറിയാൻ പറ്റും. എനിക്ക് ക്രിക്കറ്റർ വിൽ അണ്ടർസ്റ്റാൻഡ്. അത് എന്റെ ആ ബൗൺസർ കഴിഞ്ഞ ഇപ്പൊ തിരിച്ചു വന്നപ്പോ മുനാഫ് പട്ടേലിന്റെ ചോദ്യം, എന്താടാ എനിക്ക് വീണ്ടും കളിക്കാൻ ആഗ്രഹമില്ല എന്ന്. അപ്പൊ അതുകൊണ്ട് ആദ്യത്തെ ബൗൺസറാണ് ഷുവറായിട്ട് എൻജോയ് ചെയ്തത്. അതാണ് ഫുള്ള് മലയാളത്തിൽ തന്നെ പറഞ്ഞത്. ആ ടെണ്ടുൽക്കർ അടുത്ത ബോൾ നിന്ന് യൂട്യൂബിൽ കണ്ടാൽ അറിയാൻ പറ്റും. ശ്രീശാന്തിന്റെ റീപ്ലേ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ സച്ചിൻ പാജീസ് റീപ്ലേ എന്നാണ് യൂട്യൂബിന്റെ മെസ്സേജ്. പക്ഷെ കണ്ടറിയാം, നേരെ അടുത്ത ബോൾ ഞാൻ മനുവാഫ് പട്ടേലിനെ നോക്കി അപ്പൊ നേരെ ഫ്രണ്ടിൽ എറിയാലേ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് ഓടി വന്നിട്ട് നേരെ ഫ്രണ്ടിൽ എറിഞ്ഞു കൊടുക്കുകയത്. കാരണം 100 അടിച്ചോട്ടെന്നല്ല, ഓബിയസ്ലി ബ്രില്യന്റ്, ഈ വിൽ സ്കോർ. ബട്ട് ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞു വേണ്ടത് നെഞ്ചത്ത് മേടിച്ചു. കാരണം I was preparing for the 2013 September South African series, so it was very important to be in the good books. I learned it very late, but yeah.
Thanks, Sri. I think we'll move forward. So thank you both the panelists. Thank you very much. I think it was excellent interaction. And let me also unveil the poster for the next webinar. Sorry, we finished the rapid round, and our next webinar speaker is S. Ramesh, who was a former captain, and we'll hear more on this on 20th of November. So please join in. Who have joined here, please make sure that you are connected for this webinar too.
Can I say something before I leave?
We have a question and answer session. Sri, we are taking few questions from the audience. Is it okay?
Okay. Yeah, please.
Yeah. You want to tell something or shall I take it?
No. I will say that last.
Yeah. Paul, can you take the first question? Okay, I'll just take some of the questions. We have few youngsters who was asking. Actually, you have answered this, but I still, for repetition's sake, I think it's always to ask this question. There are few youngsters who have asked, what should I do more to play for Kerala? And I think I should add that. Yes. I should add India also to it.
I can only say, don't stop doing the things you do just because you don't get selected. At least do that. Nothing more, nothing less. If more, yes, brilliant, but don't overdo it. Recovery is the most important because you have to be fresh for the next day's match also. So you have to, it's a thin line between foolishness and bravery. So the way I look at life is, be very smart, use the technologies well, use the physio. You never be scared to say, I have a nickel. Go do rehab. Don't wait for rehab, do prehab. Get stronger. So selection wise ആണെങ്കിലും ഞാൻ നേരത്തെ ഒരു ക്വസ്റ്റ്യനിൽ ഉത്തരം പറഞ്ഞിരുന്നു. ഭയങ്കര ഈസിയാണ് പറയാൻ, സെലക്ഷൻ കിട്ടിയില്ലെങ്കിൽ കുഴപ്പമില്ല. അങ്ങനെയല്ല ഞാൻ പറയണേ, സെലക്ഷൻ കിട്ടിയില്ലെങ്കിലും മേക്ക് ഷുവർ യുവർ റൂട്ടീൻസ് ഡോണ്ട് ചേഞ്ച്. മോസ്റ്റ് ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻറ്റ്, ഇൻക്ലൂഡിംഗ് ഐ ഹാവ് ഡൺ ഇറ്റ്, നെവർ ever blame the selectors or the coaches or the wicket, anybody. Don't even blame yourselves. It was an opportunity to learn. Next time there will be a better time, and make sure you make it the best time. Very easy. Keep it very easy. You will play higher level for sure.
And so J.K. Mahindra is one of your fans because we had him during.
Yes, my sir.
So he was talking so much about you. And
Thank
he
you.
put a comment here. I really want to read it out. He says he is one who helped monetarily many needy persons and friends. Any comments on that?
Godspeed. When you can afford, it's like വലത് കൈ കൊടുക്കുമ്പോൾ ഇടത് കൈ അറിയില്ല എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ, I mean, I was blessed and I'm grateful to the Almighty that I could save a lot of souls and families, and I keep doing it. I don't say it, but then thank you, JK sir, for reminding me about that. I think that's the blessings which I believe even my dad sees the same thing. Keep helping. Don't be jealous of anybody. That's what I said to the youngsters also earlier. Don't be jealous. Be grateful that they are achieving something, you know. So that proves that you can also do it. Maybe in a better way. So yeah, giving is something which I enjoy.
And we had actually received some questions even before this webinar through emails. So one of the first questions which came is what went through your mind when you were going for the catch?
Blank. It was completely blank. I only was preparing for not giving a double, making sure Misbah doesn't get the strike. If there is a single on my side, I have to make sure there is no boundaries. So I was only focused on our match. It was, I was never prepared for a catch, but yes, I was just prepared. If the ball comes, I want to make sure that ball is stopped and not single, or I mean, make sure it's only a single. And number 11 comes to strike. So God's been kind. When the ball went up in the air, I was blank. I think the highest point of concentration is being blank, and I think that was an easier catch than the one which I took of Afridi. I think the most difficult catch I ever taken in a international match is the Afridi's catch of Irfan's, because Irfan told me, Irfan on the paranju, Sri, next ball is coming to long off, make sure you take it. So when somebody comes and tells you that the ball is going to come to you, yeah, you can ask the slip fielders. Ball varum, ariyam. So it's very difficult. So that was the most difficult catch.
And another question which came was the day of your match, test match, in the morning, how do you prepare yourself?
So I had the same set of routines. I will say that, you know, even when I played for the country, even when I played even first class, I always followed the same routine. And I will never say special preparation is when it comes to getting, I'm sure Sri Charan also and everybody knows about it, because I used to always, something which I learned from Anandan Chetan was my first roommate, and even under 19s, I always made sure all my kapdas are pressed and ready for the next day. All the kit bag is set. I never hurried on the match day. On the match day, I had the same routine, waking up around 4:35, going to a temple nearby, coming back, doing a proper stretching. Even before I come to the lobby, I used to, now there is rollers, which I started in 2008, 2009. But then before that, I always had a routine of normal routine on even on a special day, even on a practice day. So for me, it was easier to switch on and switch off on a match day.
One last question. I'm combining two questions here. So there are one of the youngsters who has asked, how can I increase my speed? And also there's another question which asks that, how did you increase your speed? How did you reach 140 plus? So what are the efforts behind that?
Yes, a lot of hard work. It's very, very easy. I will never say it's difficult. It's very easy. Easy. Most important thing is self-belief. You got to believe. Even when the world says you cannot bowl fast, you got to believe. Some certain things are inborn, which I cannot teach. And a lot of strength training. Nowadays, conditioning coaches are there. Strength and conditioning coaches. Follow a proper routine. 15 to 20 years on sports with you, but make it a lifestyle. Match preparation is same. When it becomes a routine, it's easier and you will get stronger. With age, you get stronger, your muscles become stronger, your bones get matured, and your mind gets matured, and you will be a complete fast bowler. I think the age is around 26, 28 to 32. That is where the fast bowler's prime is. 28 to 34, 36 is what, and 35, 36 they start retiring and all that. I'm an exception, so but yeah. So it's very easy to bowl fast. Most important thing is strength sessions, flexibility, and immense self-belief in your routine.
Yeah, thanks, Sri. I think we always have a video from one of the academies. So this time we are showcasing S36. So So
Oh,
just
nice.
give me a moment to share the video we have received from S36. So,
Thank you, Dr. Adivoli.
yeah, before we go to the word of thanks, anything you would like to add, or shall we go to the word of thanks?
ഞാനൊരു ചെറിയൊരു ഇത് പറയാം കാരണം എസ്പെഷ്യലി വിത്ത് യങ്സ്റ്റേഴ്സ് ആൻഡ് ഓൾ ദ കോച്ചസ് സി വെൻ നോട്ട് ആസ് എ ക്രിക്കറ്റർ നോട്ട് ആസ് ജസ്റ്റ് ആസ് എ നോർമൽ ഹ്യൂമൻ ബീയിങ് ആസ് ലോങ് ആസ് വി ആർ ബ്രീത്തിങ് we should not give up. Simple. Whether it's being a coach, even leaving a dream at the age of 50, leaving the dream at 40, 30 doesn't matter. Even at 16, 17 doesn't matter. Always remember there is something amazing beauty inside you, which nobody can see but you. And sooner or later, that will be revealed to every individual in this world. So always have faith that as long as you're prepared, the will to prepare is always there. And when you fall down, let them get back up. I will say, stay there, think, why did I fall down? Ask yourself that question. Where can I improve? What is that person's weakness? Then get up. If you just get up straight from when you fall down, you will fall back down again. He will punch you again and you'll be down. So when you are down, use that time, especially the youngsters who don't get selected, use that time wisely to be prepared for the next battle. There will be more later. So remember in life, no matter what happens, whether it's selections, whether it's your life itself in a business, arts, doesn't matter. It's a beautiful long journey. Be happy and be grateful to every opportunity which is given to you. Jai Hind.
Unmute.
And thank you all for giving this opportunity. Thank you. Questions?
Unmute, Anup. Anup, you
ഓ ഇവിടെ ഇങ്ങനെ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് ചോദിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടല്ലോ, അത് ആൻസർ ചെയ്യണോ?
No, we can, if you want, which question are you saying?
പെട്ടെന്ന് പടപടെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ് ചെയ്യട്ടെ.
Which one?
തോമസ് പുതുശ്ശേരി, your advice on batting cricketers, അത് ഞാൻ already പറഞ്ഞു.
Okay.
Sir, I want to play for Kerala cricket team. What should I do? Now my age is 18. I only participate in school team. When I was also a part of school team only. But again, then when I met all the other senior cricketers, I asked them. ഇവരോട് ചോദിച്ചാൽ ഇവർക്ക് ഞാൻ എപ്പോഴും ചോദിക്കാറുണ്ട്, ചേട്ടാ എന്താ ചെയ്യണം, ചേട്ടാ എങ്ങനെയാണ് എഴുതുന്നത്, ചേട്ടൻ്റെ പ്രിപ്പറേഷൻ. ഇപ്പൊ അവർ പറഞ്ഞില്ലെങ്കിൽ sometimes if you observe, when you meet a senior cricketer, go and observe that cricketer, you will learn a lot and you can just keep going. I'm interested in playing cricket. How can I get into the state team selections? State team selectors ഒക്കെ ഇവിടെ ഉണ്ട് പാനലിൽ. അവർക്ക് എനിക്ക് എന്നൊക്കെ നന്നായിട്ട് അവരോട് നിങ്ങളുടെ പെർഫോമൻസ്, നിങ്ങളുടെ റൂട്ടീൻസ് ഒക്കെ അയക്കുക. I am sure nobody can stop you. Always remember, you are the sun. Nobody can switch it off. 13-year all-rounder, Advai Nair. What should I do to keep my mindset to the best? Because I've been having injuries in past years, about 8 to 9 injuries. Advai Nair, you are only 13 and be grateful that 8 to 9 injuries happened now. Once you start playing, when you are 16, 17, 18, 19, I genuinely hope and I pray to the Almighty that the injuries go down and you will get a better experience. You will know how to control and what not to do and how you can do it. So all the very best. Genuinely, I hope you don't get injuries.
ശ്രീ ഒരു നമ്മുടെ കേരള ക്രിക്കറ്റിൽ ഒട്ടും ഫിറ്റ്നസ് ഇല്ലാത്ത ഒരാൾ ഒരു ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ചോദിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. വാട്ട് ഇസ് ദ സീക്രട്ട്, ഫിറ്റ്നസിന്റെ സീക്രട്ട് എന്താണ്? ആരാന്നറിയോ? ജഗദീഷ്.
ജഗ്ഗുവിന്റെ ഉത്തരം പറയണം. ജഗ്ഗു is the fittest Kerala cricketer, maybe Indian cricketer I have seen. I was fortunate. നമ്മുടെ ജഗ്ഗു under 23 ഇന്ത്യൻ ക്യാമ്പിൽ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു, ഞാൻ എന്റെ ക്യാമ്പിൽ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. So he has broken all the records. എന്റെ ആ ടൈമിൽ ബീപ് ടെസ്റ്റിൽ ഞാനൊക്കെ ഭയങ്കര സംഭവമായിരുന്നു. ഞാനും മുഹമ്മദ് കീഫൊക്കെ ആയിരുന്നു സംഭവം. വന്നിട്ട് ചുമ്മാ ഈ രാജാക്കന്മാരെ പോലെ 17 ഓടിയായിരുന്നു. അപ്പൊ നമ്മൾ ഈ 16-2 ഓടി നല്ല സ്ട്രോങ് ആയിട്ട് നിൽക്കായിരുന്നു. അവൻ സ്കൂളായിട്ട് വന്ന് 17-2 ഓടിയിട്ട് പോയി. അതുകൊണ്ട് അവൻ തന്നെ പറയണം അതിന്റെ ഉത്തരം. Fitness, all the youngsters, if you want anything to know about fitness, contact Jagdish, the one and only. Jeffrey George is asked, you already told about wrist position. Your wrist position was one of the best. Can youngsters? Yes, തീർച്ചയായിട്ടും അത് ട്രെയിൻ ചെയ്യാം. എൻ്റെ കയ്യിൽ ക്രിക്കറ്റ് ബോൾ ഇല്ല, ഞാൻ ടെറസിലാണ്. മാക്സിമം ഒരു ഏത് ബോളിലാണ് നിങ്ങളുടെ ടൂർണമെന്റ്, ഇപ്പൊ ക്ലബ് ടൂർണമെന്റ് ആണെങ്കിലും എന്ത് ടൂർണമെന്റ് ആണ്, ആ ബോൾ കയ്യിൽ വെച്ച് കീപ് പ്ലേയിങ് ഇറ്റ് അറൌണ്ട്. നമ്മൾ ലേ ഡൗൺ ചെയ്തിട്ട് ഇങ്ങനെ കിടന്നിട്ട് മോറിലേക്ക് എറിയുന്ന ഒരു മോർ ലൈക്ക് എക്സസൈസ്. I will share it. Robin sir will share it with you. If you can contact Robin sir, he will show you the drill. It's very, very easy. Anybody can bowl wrist here. Anybody can bowl that. What mindset to have you performing? ഞാൻ നേരത്തെ പറഞ്ഞു അത് already. Advai Nair, God's been extremely kind. Have the best routine. Have that faith that this routine is the best routine and I just keep following. How do you feel when you face a ball coming at 140 plus? Srihari. Sri Cheta, and Uttara Cheta. How do you face a ball which is coming at 140? Manoj,
the question is addressed to you, not me.
Luckily, whenever I faced 140 plus, I'm number 11. So, and the main hope, coaching book manual, keep everything close to your body. If the ball comes and you don't try and hit the ball, let the ball come and hit your bat. So I kept it very basic. Gary Custom, even Greg Chappell said, don't try to be a hero unless until the runs are needed. Otherwise, it was always bat as close as to the body as possible. Don't play it heavy.
ഒരു ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ പാനലിസ്റ്റിന് ഇല്ലാത്തൊരു ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ആണ്. എന്നാലും ഇപ്പൊ ഇത്ര ആയ സ്ഥിതിക്ക് ചോദിക്കണം. ആന്ധ്രനെല്ലിനെ 6 അടിച്ചിട്ട് ആ സെലിബ്രേഷൻ
എല്ലാം പോയതാണ്. മ്യൂസിക് വന്നോണ്ട് ഡാൻസ് ആയി പോയി. എനിക്ക് തല്ലാനായിട്ട് പോയതാ, സത്യം പറയാലോ. നമ്മുടെ എടപ്പള്ളി ഹൈസ്കൂൾ പോലെ തല്ലാനായിട്ട് പോയതാണ്. അപ്പൊ ഭാഗ്യത്തിന് മ്യൂസിക് വന്നോണ്ട് അത് മോർ ലൈക്ക് ഒരു ഈ മതമിളകിയ കുതിരേനെ പിടിച്ച് നമ്മള് മുടിയിൽ ഇങ്ങനെ പിടിച്ചിട്ട് ചെയ്യില്ല, അതാണ് ചെയ്തത്. ആ ടൈമിൽ അങ്ങ് ചെയ്തു പോയി. എല്ലാരും ഡാൻസ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു, ഡാൻസ് ആയിരുന്നില്ല. ഇറ്റ് വാസ് he spoke lot of bad things. അപ്പൊ അത് it was just ആ ടൈമിൽ ആ ഏജിന്റെ
Yeah, it was good.
ഒരു സിക്സ് വല്ലപ്പോഴും അടിച്ചതാണ് മനോജ് ചേട്ടാ.
Thank you, thank you.
നമ്മുടെ
Sri,
ക്രിക്കറ്റ് ഗ്രൗണ്ടിൽ ഒരു ഫ്ലിക്ക് അടിച്ച് സിക്സ് അടിച്ച അത്ര നന്നായിട്ട് അടിക്കാൻ പറ്റിയില്ല എനിക്ക്.
Ah.
എനിക്ക് ഓർമ്മയുണ്ട്.
Sri, maybe after the vote of thanks, we'll just elevate some of those attendees like J.K. Mahindra sir
Yes.
and Jagdish into the panel.
Lot of respect to every individual.
Yeah, so we'll just close the session and then we'll go to the other one. So may I invite Gopal to do the honor of proposing the vote of thanks. Over to you, Gopal ji.
Thank you, Anup. I feel privileged to be proposing the vote of thanks today. Sri, you spoke from the bottom of your heart. You spoke about your ups and downs in life, in cricket, how you embrace the experience of life gracefully, your aggression on the field, your humility off the field, how persistent you were and focused you were, and the perseverance you had while playing for the matches. And your motivating words to youngsters on self-belief, faith, and the will to prepare, and also the tips for the Kerala cricket. Thank you very much, Srishant, for being with us for the last 1 hour and sharing your experiences. It was really wonderful hearing you. Manoj and Sri Kumar Menon, you elicited the best out of Sri, and it was a wonderful effort from your side. The rapid fire questions from Anup and the questions asked by the audience also were very good. Thanks for supporting and cooperating with us for making this webinar a roaring success. We have the presentation of S36 Academy. Thank you for that. And I also wish to thank the patrons, the KCA, KDCA officials, and the cricket fraternity, the print media, and the moderator Anup and President Paul for the wonderful conduct of this webinar, and those who worked behind this webinar, Sudesh, Suren Chetan, and Radha, and all my colleagues at RMS CCC. Thank you very much for being with us for the last 1 hour. Thank you all. Thank you, Anup.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. So officially we are closing this. I'm just stopping the recording.